Welcome to the London Art Fair 2026. This is one of my favourite art fairs of the entire year and just an amazing opportunity to come and look at artists, galleries and see what is really going to happen in the year of 2026 for the art world. This is where art trends of the next year are going to show up. This is where we can work out what's going to really hit the art market hard and what's going to fall off. At this art fair, they not only display conceptual and contemporary work, but also traditional oil paintings. Although these are created in a contemporary era, they're also with a traditional medium. I love seeing the different arrangements of artworks that they have on display with the 120 galleries here showing amazing artists' works from around the world. Seeing this amount of artists all under one roof here at the Islington Business Design Centre is just one of the most amazing things for me to see each and every year at the London Art Fair. I see galleries that I've seen every single year, I see them at other art fairs, and this is also one of my favourite places to discover new galleries and new artists. At every corner you take here at the London Art Fair, you're going to discover some amazing art, some different art, some really interesting art. So let's have a look at some. As you first enter into the London Art Fair, you're going to be approached by some incredible artworks right off the bat. They line them up all the way down to this entire aisle. But as you first step in, you're going to be announced by these. This is an original John Craxton artwork painted in 1980s called Goat Eating a Vine. This work is up for sale for £95,000. The London Art Fair hosts a wide variety of works, some to the absolute extreme for collectors, and some a little bit more affordable for other galleries around the sides here. We have a main gallery section along here, which is on the main floor. This is where most of the collectors are going to come and purchase most of the artworks. These are all household names, but around the sides, we have slightly smaller galleries, but are a lot more intimate in what they're actually presenting. These are the galleries that really make the art fair so interesting because they're not hidden away, but they're a little bit more out of the spotlight. And I really like that because they're so much more intimate. Although you've got to come to the art fair to come and see the art, this is where the art really happens. Every single artwork here is completely different. We have sculptures, paintings, and gold works. They're all so intricate, so interesting, and just mesmerizing for me to come and see, experience, and this fair is for everybody. Although the London Art Fair is marketed more towards experienced artists, established galleries, and art collectors to come and attend, this is also an amazing place for emerging artists to come and get a feel for what they could be aiming for. When we say what an artist should be aiming for, it's a very unique thing for every single artist. They're all going to be very different. They're all trying to achieve something completely different from each other. So when we think of what the artist is wanting to achieve, that's down to them. Who are we to say? But this is where every artist should come. Whether you're a student, whether you're emerging, whether you're experienced, this is where the art world is going to be shaped for the next year. Although this is the place for artworks to get seen and discovered, I've managed to do something a little bit different. I've managed to put 17 artists' work on a billboard just down the street from the London Art Fair. As much as I love the London Art Fair, which is so much that I decided to put artists' work on a billboard just down the street from where the London Art Fair is being hosted. This is an amazing opportunity for so many artists, something that I'm always striving to give artists at Creative Flair, an opportunity to properly get seen, properly get their work out there, get their names seen by all the people passing by. This is what we do at Creative Flair, your art on a billboard. Brad, I've managed to put your artwork on a billboard before. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was awesome being in my favourite parts of London and seeing my work up there. That was awesome. And having the recognition was great. And then I saw people taking photos of it, so I was kind of like sneaking next and be like, "That's my work." And so no,
got to really pinch yourself, don't you? And now we've got these billboards just down the street from the London Art Fair. What do you think artists are going to feel about this?
I think they're going to feel great. It's great to have like recognition. I think it's going to feel artists with self-esteem, and I think it's another way of just like getting your work out there that, not everyone has a wall space to put it on to display in the middle of London, so I think billboards are the next great thing. Absolutely.
Well, if you're interested in getting your art on a billboard, just go to creativeflair.org. Art on the Streets is where I get your art on a billboard, just like that, just down the street from the London Art Fair for this round. The Art on the Streets is Creative Flair's pioneering program, getting your art on billboards all around London. Matt, I've got your art on a billboard. How does it feel?
Amazing, wow.
We've been waiting around to see it, and it only shows up every now and again, but like very quick, about every 30 seconds?
Yeah, it's quick.
It's amazing to have your art shown on a billboard just down the street from the London Art Fair. What does it feel like for you?
Amazing. I came down here just for meeting you and seeing the billboard.
Just to meet me, I'm honest.
Yeah, both.
It's great fun. Well, I'm so glad you came down and actually saw your work on a billboard, and to come and see all of the other artists' work on there as well. It's just amazing. What do you think people are going to feel seeing your art on a billboard?
it's an opportunity, one of opportunity that you get.
That's what we work for. That's what we work for at Creative Flair. Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate it.
Right.
I got that art on a billboard. One of my favourite things about the London Art Fair is the Encounters section. This is for less established galleries, but they're amazing. This is where the upcoming artists, the upcoming galleries are all going to be seen, discovered and shown to everybody here. It's one of my favourite parts. I can't wait to explore it. As the Encounters is one of my favourite spaces, this is where galleries get to experiment a little bit more, and I love it. Here at the London Art Fair, they also do this amazing talks panel. This is where they get artists, curators, and business founders to talk about art, the world of art, and how it's moving, what's shaping the art world, where it's going next. Everything about culture and art is talked about here in this room, and it's amazing. Here at the London Art Fair, you can get your hands on an original Keith Haring for a cool £29,500, or even a Henry Matisse for 45 grand. Or for a nifty £18,000, you can get an original Pablo Picasso. Who wouldn't want to do that? Here at Stand 48, here at the London Art Fair at Fairhead Fine Art, they feature some of the most amazing artworks, some of the most incredible artists, and all for actually a decent price for what you would expect here at the London Art Fair. The Art Fair also features more original works, authentic works, works that are not going to cost you an arm and a leg, to put it politely, but instead feature more contemporary works. They don't have to be conceptual, but they're contemporary. They're made by living artists, the artists whose reputations are what's going to succeed them, the ones that really need to be shown in the art world right now, what's going to define them. This is their start of their career to be shown here at the London Art Fair. We're here at the London Art Fair in 2026 for, I don't even know their edition because they're all just amazing, but we're here talking with Natalia, which is just one of the most amazing artists I've encountered this past year, who created this and these three, which, I mean, how amazing are these? Natalia, can you tell us just what the inspiration behind your work is, please?
Thank you so much, James. I'm really happy to see you today. The main inspiration of my works is universe. You know, I do meditate more than 20 years and I have inspiration from everywhere and everybody.
See, that's what you need, just inspiration absolutely everywhere. But your work's all about the universe, infinity. It's just what is amazing about the world. But how do you go about actually creating these? Because I see this sort of drip technique, but I don't really understand it. So could you explain that a little bit, please?
So first of all, I go in a special spiritual state when I feel really connected with the whole universe. And I even feel that not only I create, but something bigger step inside me and create together with me. And I never do sketches in advance. So I just take a huge canvas like this. Of course, obviously the main pictures, like circles, I do prepare in advance, but all lines are going through myself. And also here we have some special symbols, which are maps of the ancient cities of our universe.
Wow, that's amazing. See, why can't we all just be a little bit more connected in what we actually create? It doesn't all have to be for that reaching perfection, and yet she somehow manages to reach perfection every single time. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We're talking with Carolina from Mexico City about her amazing 3D printed sculpture. I really love this. It's just so intricate and detailed. It's just stunning. Carolina, can you tell us a little bit about your work, please?
Yes, of course. I'm a digital artist and I work with a post-human figure that I call Mirror Kid. This piece is called Femachina, and it's because it's trained with all the Mirror Kid models I have made, so it's the result of artificial intelligence. And so Mirror Kid is a figure that is constantly changing her form and her body, so it's like an anthropomorphic creature.
That's so interesting. Okay, so you mentioned sculpture, but I really love the fact that it's 3D printed. So how come you chose to go with a 3D printed sculpture compared to a traditional sculpting method?
Well, me as a digital artist, that I have been always working in screens, and for me it's very important to physicalize the things I do digitally. So for me, 3D printing was a wonderful result because from my context, is like the way to physicalize like stuff.
That's fantastic. There's always such a weird world and weird ideas around digital artists, and I think it's fantastic to see more digital artists moving into a physical realm, something we can actually buy. I love that. Amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Thank you so much.
We're talking with Sophia Acosta, who is also from Mexico City and has created this amazing artwork, which I've just genuinely fallen in love with. Sophia, could you tell us a little bit about this amazing work?
Yes, of course. So this piece is called Liminal Bloom, and it's part of a series called the Bloom series. This particular painting, well, the Blumenau series is inspired on how information networks shapes our realities and perceptions. And this piece in particular, it's like a double piece. On the front, you can see like it's an oil painting on masonite, on wood. And on the back, I've created like a custom-made circuit system, electrical system that includes battery management and also a laser sensor on the front. So the whole point is that depending on your part or where do you stand, the painting will react to that with these lights. So if you go far, you will see different shapes. If it's darker, it would illuminate. So liminal bloom is that, like how organic and inorganic.
It's such an interesting thing, because what you can't see from there, but we'll show you in a second, is that there's a little like microchip just around here, and as you get closer to it, the lights change, and where you move it all changes around. I love more interactive artwork. This is the sort of thing I would genuinely put on my wall. I absolutely love this. How long did it take you to create?
It took me about 2 months. Oil painting takes a while, so that's another thing. I wanted to utilize like materials that really make you dive in and think and kind of like step back away from computers. And I'm also a programmer, so this is for me, it's like very liberating in my mind and a different way to think about technology in art using like traditional
Yes,
materials.
it's very streamlined, but this is mixing and blurring those borders. I love that. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We're down here at the London Art Fair 2026, and I'm talking to Linda about her amazing artwork, Trooper, which is spelled differently to a soldier trooper and the incredible trooper. So Linda, how is it spelled?
It's spelled T-R-O-U-P-E-R.
See, wouldn't guess that. I guess I'm dyslexic. Anyway, tell us about your amazing artwork, because I love this so much.
It's ultimately about women in general, all women all around the world. We all experience the same kinds of things. But basically, it's not against men, I will add, but about women's experiences. And women always make the show go on. So that's the reason for the show business. The show must go on. Even when we're not well, the kids have to get to school, all that kind of stuff.
It's about that perseverance of it.
That's it, and determination to keep managing no matter what. And in this piece, I have also put in a lot about health that women have, troubles, operations, experiences. The color blue is because it's the depth of emotion that sometimes women feel. And I feel it's as deep as the ocean.
That's so clever. I'm so interested in the cloak as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
The cloak is based on the Hawaiian tapa cloak, which is a cultural and historical cloak, which when they put on, everybody in the community or who are there have to listen to them specially. And it has all the history and culture, so you feel how important it is. And so the second part of the series for Trooper is eventually going to be a series of photographic work with men wearing the cloak and how they feel wearing the cloak.
That's fantastic. Well, you don't need a cloak for us to listen to you, because you're just always amazing, always enlightening. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. I really appreciate
It's lovely.
it.
Thank you for talking to me. Thank you.
The beauty of the London Art Fair is that art is art. Art is for everybody, and everybody should come to the London Art Fair, because this is the place to experience what the art world really is. From granular to petite, the art fair is for everything. From Andy Warhol to David Hockney, all the way over to Tracy Emin. What can't you find at the London Art Fair? No matter what you'd expect from the London Art Fair, it's not what you're going to expect. That's why I love it. This is why I come every single year, because I never know what to expect, except truly amazing art, things that I wouldn't see anywhere else. When I tell you you don't know what to expect from the London Art Fair, this is what I mean. Although the price point of some of the artworks here is a big talking point, it's also important to remember that all of these artists are here for a reason. All of these galleries are here for a reason, and all of the artworks are going to be sold for a reason, because what's being shown here is what the art world is after. I like these.